Gentlemen, can Odell turn the Browns into the new Patriots? Let's start there.
We hear Greedy Williams coming in and saying that we're going to win a Super Bowl. And even Freddie Kitchens says, calm down, we haven't hit bleep yet. Odell saying, I want to turn the Cleveland Browns into the new Patriots, which means he wants to turn this into a dynasty.
Yeah.
I think if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you love hearing this because that means that he's sticking around for a while. If Odell was saying 1 year at a time, going to see what happens, and hopefully the season is great, and everything is in 1 year capsule, I'd be frustrated as a fan. But when he's talking futuristically and spinning it so far forward, that means he's committed, which is a good thing because some thought Odell being traded, he'd have resentment and he want to go to a bigger city with a bigger market. I love the fact that he's 10-toe down in Cleveland and he wants us to be a new Patriots.
Part of me wants to respond. How about we start with the Cincinnati Bengals before we get to the Patriots? The Bengals went to the playoffs 5 years in a row and were actually a team the last decade. The Browns are a 7-8-1 team right now that we're already crowning as champions. But I'm with Nate here. If you don't put it out there, these guys won't follow. Like, this is why you bring in an Odell Beckham, because you want to set the tone. You want to add to the Baker Mayfield component. Freddie Kitchens could try to tamper all the Super Bowl talk down. When you have these personalities and the confidence, okay, what you said, where he's wearing the Tom Brown kilt, that's confident. On the field, Odell Beckham's even more confident. So when you have a Baker Mayfield who believes he could be the best quarterback in the league, when you have an Odell Beckham who believes he's the best wide receiver in the league, when you have a Jarvis Landry, a Myles Garrett, all of those personalities combine, and I almost would want nothing more or nothing different than how they are behaving right now, where it's, yeah, this is what we want to do, is put it out there and let's go achieve those goals, because otherwise it wouldn't be authentic. That's who Odell Beckham is. It always has been.
Can you please Anna Wintour this? Just douse their
Well, I think of it this way. Like, I'm thinking about John Dorsey, who I'm sure is way into GQ, who said, I hate hype. I hate it. And then you got Freddie Kitchens, another GQ guy, saying we were 7-8-1 last year, we haven't done bleep. And their star receiver is in New York City in a kilt and a sleeveless tuxedo saying, we're going to be the new Patriots. Oh, and Baker Mayfield is going to be Brett Favre. Can you even imagine those two this morning pulling their hair out? It's the absolute worst thing that they want to hear. But as far as Odell, this is his goal, right? He's talking about his goals. He wants to win Super Bowls. He wants to become the new Patriots. That's great. It just know that is catnip. Once that thing goes askew, if that goes off the rails, if they start 0-2, we are going to be the next Patriots is the thing that follows them around. He's got it now. You made that bed. You're going to sleep on it all year. That is a hell of a quote.
There was a point in Odell's career where I remember having a frustration with him just in my own head, thinking, like, don't you know that this is going to come back to haunt you? Like, don't you know that boat thing, like taking the photo, that's going to come back and haunt you if you lose. Like, you're setting this pressure on yourself. And I remember thinking, like, you have to think of those things forward. You punching a hole, you're doing, like, that's going to haunt you and come back to you. Now I think he's at a point where has such confidence. He knows what his legacy is. He was very just vibrant on that subject when he got traded to Cleveland. That I think he's really now does not care what he says. If he does not, the foresight, how this is going to come back and bulletin board material and people are going to pull these quotes out, he does not care, and I love that about Odell right now. I think he did used to care.
No doubt, no doubt. And he says in an article, he says, I don't care what people think about me, which is a lot different because when he first got in the league, I think he was concerned about how he is perceived by the public. But let's spin this back a little. Let's turn the clock back a little bit. When he was with the Giants, he was fantastic. Like, let's not forget, Odell's entry into this league was phenomenal. Set the league on fire. Not just a three-finger catch, but literally one of the best starts to an NFL career by a wide receiver. You know what's crazy about that? Is he didn't even say this about the Giants. He didn't once say, I want to turn the Giants into the new Patriots. What does that say about the system he's in, the players he's playing with, how he believes in this organization, how the organization believes in him? Because you could make the argument clearly when Odell played for the Giants, they were a better team. It's a better organization. It's the New York Football Giants.
He couldn't go into Eli Manning and say, we're going to be the new Patriots when Eli Manning's beaten the Patriots twice. He is the senior guy now with this Browns team. That's the difference.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The question that we started this segment with, though, guys, you didn't answer, not one of the three of you did, is can he turn this squad into the Patriots? You guys took, is it okay that he's saying that? Are we happy, or how are we taking that? Can he do it? That's the question.
No, he's a wide receiver.
Well, that's preposterous.
I mean, ridiculous. Patriots won 6 Super Bowls and went to 9. Like, no.
Is it preposterous? Why are you quickly saying no? At one point, the Patriots sucked before Robert Kraft bought the team. Is that true? Is that true or not? Yes, Shrakes.
All right, well, okay.
Well, tell us. I don't know.
Make the case. Make the case that they're the new Patriots.
The proof is in and put in it. History.
The greatest dynasty of all time in the history of the game. The Browns, who went 7-8-1. Odell Beckham. Great. Is not a crazy statement.
We got to get a wild card.
The Browns, the Patriots were the Browns.
Be better than the Bengals. Be better than the Bengals.
That's fine, Schrags. It's going to take time. At one point, you have to put it out there. Robert Kraft talks about it all the time. This organization didn't have the same type of energy that they have now when I bought the team. That's the reason why he bought it at a price. And right now, it's one of the wealthiest organizations and franchises in sports history. All I'm saying is, at one point, the Patriots were the Browns. And you have to put it out there. You know, there's power in the tongue. I can't answer that question.
There are steps the Browns need to take. So I ask you, gentlemen, then this. Which team would be okay to make that claim that they'll be the next Patriots? Which team out of the other 31 or 30, if we're not including the Browns, do you think can take their spot or will take their spot next?
I hate being dismissive to the Browns because I feel like no team can ever replicate what they've just done over this era, in the salary cap era. If there is a young team that can rattle it off, I look at the LA Rams. They've got a coach and a quarterback that are going to be there together, and they've got all the talent around them. But that's not even fair to the Patriots because the Patriots just ran circles around them and absolutely demolished them in their first big opportunity.
But it was year 2 under the Rams. I mean, they're ahead of schedule. I say the Rams, too. If you're going to invest in one team, you would. I would say them. They could potentially be some sort of new era. I just also, I'm looking at Odell, and he's so new into this Browns era. I'm fascinated by this because I've talked about this before. The only coaches he's ever had are Coughlin, not into it, Shermer, not into it, Les Miles maybe a little looser. This new Freddie Kitchens thing and Baker, it's cool and fresh. I can see Odell kind of getting intoxicated on the cool and on the vibe. And if he is on a carpet in May saying we're going to be the next Patriots, what if they do come out 4-0 and they are winning on national television and it is Jarvis and it is Baker, is Favre? Then we're the sky's the limit. Then the quotes are going to be flying. And I know this is an incredibly pretentious thing to say, but there's quotes and then there's also things you say on a red carpet, like when someone's reaching across the thing. You're a little bit drunk in the moment too. I've been on some pathetic red carpets. I said some stupid stuff.
Name one.
I was on the red carpet for 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler, and I started going off on this rant to Access Hollywood 5 about how he's the greatest comic of all time, Adam Sandler. I was just going. You know
Access
what I mean?
Hollywood 5, is that
the Ocho, like
and
the knockoff. Yeah, you just, there's a contagious vibe there that I wonder if he really thinks we can be the next Patriots.